everyone, it's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life, and I have an iPhone unboxing today because I beat this one up, and I'll tell you the stories. It was 3 separate incidences where this phone finally, it actually is on. Like right now it's on, so I can actually use my watch, but the screen is completely dead and I can't use it at all. So it's technically still on and working. I have charged it every night recently so that I can still use my watch, so I can still get text messages and stuff. So that's been nice that at least it's not completely 100% dead and it's not like overheating or anything weird. It's just completely lost its screen, basically. Literally nothing happens anytime I mess with the screen. It's completely dead. So first off, back in the summertime, I was dumb and I stuck my phone in the pool. It was something where it was just me taking pictures with Stella and we were the only ones right there. For something I had to like grab her. We're in like the kiddie pool, so literally like this much water. I'm sitting down in shallow water and I had to grab her for something, so I just set my phone because I had to deal with Stella at the moment, and it got waterlogged. But this is my big time disclaimer. Do not ever put your phone in water. Do not do it. It's supposed to be waterproof, water resistant, whatever they say, down to so many meters. After time, the seals and stuff get leaky. My phone at that point was almost 2 years old and it got waterlogged and the screen started flickering. I turned it off, stuck it in rice for a few days, and I was able to get my phone back. I had a spec case on it, which I'll show in the unboxing part, but when I had the case on it, it started being twitchy. Every time I would turn it on, it would like restart itself multiple times and be really twitchy and flashy. And when I took the case off of it, it was perfectly fine. It just acted like normal. So I couldn't put the case on at that point. Any kind of pressure on the outside of it made it not work, but then it was fine other than that. So I was able to keep my phone, and then I dropped my phone without a case on it. And I did end up cracking the back slightly. Like right now you can see the back is cracked to heck because of the third time it ended up getting really bad. But when I had dropped it, I dropped it on this bottom corner here, and the pixels right here were just bright. They weren't functioning at all. I was still able to like use the swipe and whatever, but I had to cover them up because they were just so bright. I turned my phone brightness down because I don't know, I'm just kind of sensitive to the brightness. So those ones being completely lit up was really annoying. I couldn't turn them down even with the brightness. So I had Johnny put electrical tape over the bottom of my phone, and I've been using it this way for a couple of months. I really just was like, I don't want a new phone right now. I don't want to shell out the money. My phone's still working. And at that point, there were a couple of cracks on the back. Like these cracks were, ooh, see, that's sharp. That's an actual indentation now since the third incident. But the back was just slightly cracked. The front screen is definitely, it was slightly cracked, but with the protector on the front stayed okay. So I could still swipe and everything. I wasn't missing chunks of anything. And other than the bottom little like tiny row, the whole screen worked and functioned. So I have been keeping it like that. Johnny's had to re-wrap it a couple of times over the course of the couple months because it's curvy and it ends up like sliding down. You can see it bunches down at the bottom, but I could still listen to things. I could still charge it, and it was totally fine like that. And I was going to keep it like that for a while, and then we dropped it again. So this is when I immediately ordered a new phone because it's not functioning, and my phone came in today. So that's why I'm sitting down making this video. So the third incident, I had it in the stroller. It's just like a little loose cup holder mesh thing. So I stick it in there when we go take a walk, and Johnny was going to mow the grass while the girls and I took a walk. So Stella's in the stroller with my iPhone in the little cup holder, and Olivia sees the lawnmower come out and has like grass shavings on the top. She grabs the grass shavings, throws them up in the air. It gets all over the stroller and all over me. And so I'm kind of like barking at her, being like, why did you do that? You got it all over your sister, and wiping her off. I pull Stella out because the stroller's covered in grass and I was going to just wipe it down. But as I get Stella out, Johnny grabs it and flips it over to shake out the grass, not realizing my phone is there. And my phone goes plop right on the back. And it was like a really loud thud. And the screen was black and it never came back on. Like it's technically on. Like he tried to talk to Siri and you could talk to Siri, but you can't see anything, you can't use it. So now it's completely unusable, and it's totally my fault because I got it in the pool in the first place and I dropped it before now. So the third blow was the final blow that made this phone go dead. And so it's really sad that I only had it for 2 years, and I'm the kind of person that tries to hold on to my phone. Before I got this 10S Max, I had an iPhone 6, and before that, my first iPhone was an iPhone 4. So I tried to keep it for a while, and so I was really hoping to get one more year out of it. When I was doing the taping thing, I was like, as long as it functions like this, I can keep it for as long as possible. But that third incident where it fell out of the stroller just really hard, flat on the driveway, on the cement, it did the phone in. So the phone is no more, and so I ordered a new phone. And I want to talk about why I ordered the one I did. I could have left it like this, where I'm just using my watch and not using my phone and, you know, using my iPad in the meantime for things. But I decided to go ahead and order one because I was just not super impressed with the jump up from the 11 to the 12 based on the price point. So I ended up getting an iPhone 11 in the green color. You can see the green right there. There's somebody walking outside. So I did end up getting the iPhone 11. I will unbox it. It's the green, which is really pretty. It doesn't look super green in lots of the videos and stuff. It mostly looks more like an aqua teal color, which I really like. So I'm definitely gonna unbox this for you guys here in a minute, but I wanted to talk about my main thing for my phone is the camera. It's always the camera. It's always been about the camera for me. And I didn't think that the iPhone 12 camera improvements were very important to me as a scrapbooker, as a mom. I just want to take really good photos of my kids, and I felt like the new third lens, it's a telephoto lens, it doesn't really help with that. As far as the price difference, if it wasn't a big price difference, I would have just totally gone with the 12 and waited a few more weeks to get the 12 or the 12 Pro, but I just didn't feel like it was worth it to me, and they dropped the price of the 11s $100, so this thing was $600 instead of $700, which made it much cheaper and nicer in my mind. And the camera on this one is so much better than my 10S. It has the other lens, so I can do the super wide angle, and I'm really excited about that. I feel like that will help with like family portraiture and things like that, but I'm not into much aside from people photos. So I really care about the portrait mode. I've loved having the big nice camera on the 10S, so I'm excited that this camera is an improvement to that. And the price of it was like half of what I paid for the 10S, because I did get the 10S Max right at launch. I did upgrade the storage, so it was like $1,200 or $1,300 when all was said and done. And so this one was $600, and with taxes it was $650, and that's not super bad. I mean, that's a lot of money, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that hurts paying for that, but as far as what I paid previously, it's like half of the price I paid previously, and I'm getting a better camera. I'm getting a faster phone. I was really happy with this as my next step. I wasn't super concerned about 5G because we're a little bit out of the city, and so I feel like we probably won't have the best 5G coverage for a really long time, so I don't really care about that, and I'm on the Wi-Fi most of the time. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and so I'm on the Wi-Fi most of the time. I really don't need the 5G. I'm not traveling a whole bunch, so it just is not something that's super important to me. And some people, it will be really important, and they will pay more for that. So I really didn't care about that part. So I pulled up the pricing, the starting at pricing. So this is the base models for each thing. The 11, $599. The step up would have been the 12. I'm not interested in the minis. I want a big phone. I bought the Max here, and this is a step down in size, which I will compare, but the comparison for my phone now is the 12 Pro Max, and it is $1,099. It's basically $1,100. And then the 12 Pro, which is the same size as this one, would be $999. I would be getting a faster chip, longer battery life, another camera lens, like I said, for the telephoto, but those things just did not mean $200 or $500 more. It just was not important to me. So I did end up getting the cheapest one that I felt like was an improvement and did the job for me. I wasn't interested in like the one step down from this. I really wanted this size. And so I was really comparing the 11, 12, 12 Pro, and 12 Pro Max, because the 12 Pro Max is the actual size of this one. I'm happy with the one I got. I will definitely do some sort of review for this at some point, but today, after all this rambling, let's go ahead and unbox this one. It's actually a bit overcast today, so I'm not sure how the lighting is. It seems like it's okay, but unfortunately, one of the things with them dropping the lower price is this does not include the chargers or the headphones. So I didn't really mind that because I have plenty of lightning things and also USB-C things now that I have the Switch that's USB-C, and I also have my iPad, which is USB-C. So I have like the chargers in both styles, and I honestly didn't even check to see which connector this was because I didn't really care. I have the stuff. So I thought it was cute how they did the boxes where they have the same color on the sides, the little Apple logo, the little phone thing. And some people keep these boxes for things. I think I'll use them as drawer organizers because they are nice and sturdy. I still have my box for this one. Actually, I have like a stack of little boxes in the closet. So there is the actual phone. Oh, it does come with this cord. Does it come with headphones? No, okay, it didn't come with headphones, but it does come with this cord, which I'm surprised. So this is USB-C to Lightning. So you have to have the brick that plugs into the wall if you're gonna be plugging that in. There's what it looks like. Let's go ahead and peel. They don't have the peel thing on the back anymore. I think they're trying to cut down on waste. The package is a lot smaller, like I said. And so there you go, there's the peel. You can see my nose right there. So there is what it looks like. The sides are the same color, just metallic. I really liked this one. I was going between this one, the yellow, and the purple. And I just felt like this one was the prettiest color. I really liked the yellow one, but I didn't like the metallic on the side for the yellow one. And I watched a lot of videos to look at what they look like. So it is like a glossy glass with the matte glass right here. And it's all one piece of glass. So it looks really cool, the difference. And then around the lenses, it's the same metallic look. Hopefully you guys can see that. Really pretty. It just looks really pretty. And I would not call this green. I would call this aqua. I definitely think it leans more towards the aqua teal versus an actual green. Like mint green, ooh. There's already like a scuff on it. Straight out of the box, there's a scuff right there on the metal. That's unfortunate. I'm not going to send it back. But it looks like there's a little spot right there. Hopefully you guys can see that and I can maybe zoom in on it in the editing. But yeah, that's really unfortunate. It already looks like it's dinged. Not dinged, but discolored. Doesn't feel like it's indented or anything. It just does not look pristine, and I will not send it back for something like that. It's just, I don't really care that much, but it's kind of unfortunate because it's kind of a pricey thing. There you go. There's what it looks like. I did order a case for this, and I did order a screen protector for this. So I will show you guys those as well, but they just haven't gotten here yet. They're supposed to come today. Okay, my last thing finally came, so I'm going to film this part of the video. I filmed the previous part when I first got my phone and unboxed it, but I have had it for, gosh, like a week, and I just got the case in the mail. So I'm going to talk about everything I used. So first up, I got one accessory. I got knockoff ear pods. I watched a really funny college humor where he's calling them all sorts of things. iPods, earbuds, all things. So I always want to call them earbuds because of that funny thing. So I got knockoff ones. I've never used the real deal, the real ones. I don't know how it compares. I did use their earbuds. I really like the style of them, but these ones seem a touch bigger, like a touch bigger in the ear. And they're fine. They fit just fine for my ear. But if you have really small ear canals, I would say probably skip these ones and use a different one. But I love them. I just can't believe how nice they are. And they were 20 something bucks, $25, but on sale. I had a coupon thing. So I got everything I'm showing here off of Amazon, and I love them. I use them a lot and they work really great. I don't know about sound quality compared to the actual Apple ones, but these ones do the job for me. I don't really notice any problems with them. So far I really, really like these. It's just a game changer having totally wireless ones. I have a wireless set, but they are wired together, and it's really annoying having that cord either wrapped around my chin or wrapped around my neck. And so these ones are a game changer. I love them. I've been using them a bunch. So there's the case. I will link to all these accessories. There's what it looks like. And then as far as my screen protector and my case, I got just whatever screen protector I saw that people said was okay off Amazon. You can tell that it's on there if you'll look. And I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but it looks like there's some sort of weird smudge on this whole side of it for me. Going right here all the way up, like I attached it wrong or something. So I don't know if that was an existing problem with the backing, or I did that when I attached it. I messed up somehow, but it was pretty easy to attach these. They all have steps. You have to clean things really good. I do notice I have the tiniest couple of dust specks that I missed. So that part's a little unfortunate, but for the most part, my screen looks good. It feels just like normal pretty much, except right at the edge where it curves, I can feel that screen protector. It does come with 3, so if I get annoyed with it, I can always change it out or buy another one. These are super cheap. I definitely recommend having these just to protect mostly from scratches. I don't think it's going to protect in the case of a big impact, but it definitely helps with all those little day-to-day scratches. And I wish I had done one on my watch because I have a couple of scratches up here on my watch and it's kind of annoying. So I just wanted to go ahead and put the screen protector on there so I didn't have to worry. And I'm getting used to this case. I have to press it a lot harder than barely touching it. So I just like having it on there so I don't get the scratches actually on the glass. So anyway, there is the screen protectors. Again, I'll link to that. And then as far as the case, I got the exact same case that I got for my iPhone XS. It's the same exact brand and kind. It's just for the different size phone. So this is the Spec Presidio. I don't know if I'm even saying that right. Presidio, I don't know. I love it. I used it for my other phone. My only gripe is over time it does yellow a little bit. So I did have it for 2 years and it was turning like a tinged yellow, which you can expect that on clear cases. So it's something you can replace over time if you don't like that, but I just kept it. It was fine. And I had dropped my phone lots of times. I'm a phone dropper, and luckily, knock on wood, with the Spec case on there, I didn't have any issues with my phone whatsoever. So I'm hopeful that this one will also hold up really well. And the bumpers come out just a tiny bit. So none of those corners are vulnerable. That's one of the most vulnerable spots. So none of those are vulnerable because of the case coming over. The only thing is, especially brand new out of the box, the buttons are pretty tight. Like me pressing that, it feels tight for me. So these ones also feel a little bit tight, but it's something you can get used to, but you don't have to take it off. You can see speaker holes, charger hole, and then you can get to the mute button really easily. And I was so happy with the case before, so I got the exact same one and I'm going to use it for this one. And I really like, it doesn't add a whole lot of weight to the phone or bulk to the phone, but it does a good job protecting. It also makes it grippier. I feel like the phone is not as slippery and it grips in my hand a whole lot better. So I'm really happy with that part of it because I was nervous about dropping my phone without the case. I've had it without the case for like a week. So I'm really happy to finally get the case and it looks good. You can still see the color through there and it looks nice. Oops. And it looks really nice. So that's it for accessories. I just got the 3. It's pretty. One of the other things I thought about when I was ordering is this one has the same curved edges and then the 12 turned boxy, more like the iPad. I have my iPad here. It's more boxy like the iPad. So it would match my iPad better, but I wasn't ready to go full on completely different. I really did like the edges. So I thought I could get one more phone with the edges before they turn really boxy. I just like the way it looks. So I did order a clear case so I could still see the color and the edges. It is lighting, speakers down below, basically the same setup as here. So let's talk about sizing. So this is the 11 and then this was the Max. You can see the sizing's just slightly different. You can see the camera and the reflection. The sizing's just slightly different. The bevels, I don't even know because I can't turn this one on, but I don't know how intense the bezels are. It still has the notch up at the top. It looks basically just the tiniest sliver smaller. See, same with the width. It's just the tiniest bit thinner. And looks good. It's still like a bigger size. I didn't want the tiniest phone, so I'm happy with the size of that. I'll get used to it. So I wanted to show you guys up close. See if you guys can see any of those cracks underneath. There are quite a few cracks in there. And then this side got the most damage. It landed right on the cement. And you can see there's chips of glass taken out. And when I was rubbing it, I was saying something earlier. This is dented. This line is 3D instead of just flat. So I can feel those lines. It's definitely deep cracks. And the funny thing is, Johnny was pressing the buttons, seeing if he could get any sort of reaction. He accidentally hit the emergency buttons and it called 911. And so the phone started talking to us and we're like, oh, we're so sorry. We didn't mean to dial in. He was just pressing buttons. He didn't realize that was a thing. Like, yeah, you can't just randomly press buttons. You can dial 911 accidentally that way, but he actually did. There's like pieces of glass missing from a couple of these little places too. Well, there you go. This one is gone, and I'm going to go ahead and get this one set up and start using it. As soon as the case comes, I'll feel much better about it. I have dropped this one so many times with the case on it, and not a problem at all. It was just being dropped, of course, without a case on it, and it's glass. Of course, it's going to have some damage, so the second drop was impactful. Hopefully I'll have better luck with this one. That one lasted me 2 years. I'm hoping to get at least 2 or 3 years out of this. That would be great. I always really try to aim for like 2 to 3 years. So I was hoping to get longer since it was such an expensive phone, but since this one is like half the price, maybe in 2 years, I'll trade this one in. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this unboxing video and rambling and my explanation on why I ended up with this one versus the brand new shiny sparkly one. I could totally get by with this one, and it was an improvement from my old one, and it saved me a lot of money. Saved me at minimum $200, maybe even more had I chosen like the top of the line one. It saved me $500 from that price. So I am definitely happy that I stuck with this one. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Have a great day, guys. Bye.